Hey, good day. This is John Fry, and today we're going to look at an overview of Gmail and tasks. What you'll notice on Gmail is that if I go back to the original Google page, it is the only app that actually has its own written app outside of the box. So you can actually just click Gmail. You can also go to your waffle and click Gmail here. You can actually also just type in gmail.com. It'll do the same. What you'll notice is that it has a couple different options. Number one, in the upper left hand corner you have a main menu, these three lines here. If you click the lines, the menu will close, and if you click it again it will open. So it'll give you basically your inbox plus all the other inbox features. I've made a bunch of labels. Right here you also have the ability to get right into Google Meet by either starting a meeting right from your Gmail or joining a meeting from your Gmail. And then you also have Hangouts, which is kind of a chat system where you can actually click the plus sign and you can actually type in a phone number or an email and actually do a text chat with someone on the side. Over here we have some down arrows. You'll notice that I can check this and see what I'd like to look at. Like I'd like to look at all of my unread, and you can see that that shows me all my unread, which I only have unread. You have a refresh page, you have more. You have a down arrow here to actually search all your Gmail, and you can search it if you know the person's name or what it's to, what it's about. You can search by words or words that doesn't have. You can search it by size. You can search it by day and so forth. It's pretty in-depth. Over here you have your support. So if you are having difficulty, you can actually click the support and you can do training, and it'll actually go out and give you Gmail training and help. Here is your settings. So if you click your gearbox, you'll get quick settings. You want to see what the default versus comfortable versus compact looks like. It'll show you. Also, you can change your theme if you'd like, and change what comes first and what you can see first. If you click all settings, you'll notice that it gives you a much more detailed settings page. What I would like you to look at today is the undo send feature. Right now it defaults to 5 seconds, which means once you click an email to send, you have 5 seconds to stop it from sending. I would change it to 30 seconds because that gives you 30 seconds to decide whether or not you want to undo the send. So when you're done changing your settings, you just scroll to the bottom and you click Save Changes. One of the really interesting things about Gmail is that there is a working toolbar up the top, but you cannot see it until you actually click an email. So if you click an email, like I can actually click inside a parent's email here and see the same thing. But say I just click this email, you get the ability to archive it, spam it, delete it, mark it as unread, snooze it, add to tasks, which is important, move to a label, create a label, and then you also have a couple other things here. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at making labels for people. I have a parent, I have a supervisor, and I have a digital learning coach or a tech person. So I'm going to go ahead and make 3 different labels for them. I can make labels first by going to settings, but it's easier if you actually just pick the email first and go ahead and you click your label. Now the difference between moving to and labels is that if I want to actually physically move this email out of my inbox and into a folder on the side called a label, I would choose this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. So I click Move To, and you'll notice that I have a lot of different labels, but you notice down here at the bottom it says Create New. So I'll click Create New, and I'm going to go ahead and type in Parent Contacts. And I'm going to hit Create. And you'll notice that that actually looks like it disappeared. If I actually go over here, it's just right here. So if I click Parent Contacts, you'll notice one has been moved over to Parent Contacts. So let's go ahead and back to the inbox, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this parent email. Go ahead and click move to again, but this time I don't have to click create new. I just go down and I find the parent contact and click it, and now it has been shoved over to the side. I also make one for my supervisor, so I'm going to go ahead and click this, but instead of shoving it over to the side, I want to keep it in my inbox, so I want to just click labels, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new label called administration. Create. And what happens is it actually keeps it in the inbox, but over here on the side it actually also creates a new label right there. Alright, so now that we have two done, I'm going to go ahead and create a label, and I'm going to move my Techtips to the side. So I'm going to create new, and I'm going to type in technology. What I would like to do for the administrative emails, I'd like to create a task so that I remember what to do with one of them. It says he will be canceling his leadership meeting and pushing it to next Wednesday, so be flexible. So I'm going to go ahead and click this email, and I'm going to create a task. So I'm going to click add to tasks, and over here on the side you'll notice that it is now an email attached to a leadership team task, and that'll stay there as a task, a reminder, until I actually click mark as complete. I can also click the edit button and I can add details. Please check later on new date. Okay, and I can actually add a time and a date to that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and check that, like say later this week. All right, got it. And hit OK. And there, it has changed. And so I can go ahead and when I'm just saying that I could delete it if I don't want it anymore, but I can actually X out, which will close the task, or just go back and see these tasks. If I X out, the task will just minimize. If I want to look at the task again, I can go over here to tasks and click it back open, and it's still there. So that's basically tasks. Not a lot of people use tasks, but you can use tasks in your calendar. If you go to Google Calendar, let's go ahead and go actually out to Google Calendar. One of your actual calendars is a task calendar right here. So basically any kind of task that you do inside Gmail here that has a date attached to it will also show up on your calendar as well as a task right there. So, and you can also mark it as complete, and it'll leave. It also states that you have an email attached to this task, so you can view the related email, and you'll notice that it comes back to email and it shows you that exact email. So basically today what we did was we looked at how Gmail works, what are some of the drop downs, how to search Gmail, how to change your Gmail so that when you send something it delays for 30 seconds. We also learned how to put Gmails into labels, kind of subfolders, and also learned how to push them into tasks so that you can see them later. If you have any questions or you want to look at more advanced Gmail material, just see your ITRT. Have a great day.